Hi there, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to learn about neomorphism, and hope all knows about it, everyone knows about it, but still if someone is there who doesn't know about it, then if you watch MKBHD or familiar with the MKBHD logo, then you can see that there is an effect in the logo. It is showing somewhat like that the light source is on the top left corner, and for that reason there is a whitish shadow on the top left corner, and blackish shadow is on the bottom right corner. Okay, so this effect is called neomorphism. We have seen box shadow and other things, but this is the type of shadowing where both shadows are applied. One shadow is white, one shadow is black, and the depth of the color of white or black we decide how it is going to be. So let's recreate this logo in our style, okay, with our logo. So there is a basic HTML file, nothing is written in here, and we are running it with live server. Hope you will know about it. But if we go to the extensions, you can see that there is, if you search live server, then you can see that there is a extension that is called live server. What it does is it hosts your local HTML file into a server, or you can say local host. Okay, as you can see, I am running on localhost index.html file. Okay, now whenever and it is called live server because whenever we update anything, it will just show up there whenever we save that. So let us start with that. First of all, what we can do is we can create a basic template. And if you are wondering how I did it, I am using Emmet. This is an extension for HTML files. As we are working with neomorphism, let us rename the heading or the title neomorphism. I am typing slowly, and if there might be some typos, I will obviously fix them, and I will do them while I am doing the code, not behind the scenes. Okay, so you can just watch me what I am doing, whatever I am doing. So let us just create some things, and I will not use any external CSS files or anything. We will use our logo for the designing purpose, and we will use two divisions or two containers. Let us first create two containers. Div. Oh, what a spelling. Now this is the one external container, and the internal container, let us call it as neo. Okay, now as we had just for the tutorial purpose we are doing this video, we are not using any external style file or CSS file. Let us just put everything here in the header tag. Okay, so how can we do it? We can use styling inside the style tag. First of all, let us remove every margin and padding that can occur due to the container tag. Okay, so that nothing just goes out of the bound. So how can we do that? We can just use the star. The star means every element present in the HTML. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to make the margin as 0 as well as the padding as 0. Okay, this what it will do, it will remove all the margins and paddings. Now there is one class, that is the outer class, which is called the container, right? So what we can do to access any class, we have to do dot and the class name. So the class name is container. Oh my spellings are a bit rough, so I hope I am not doing anything wrong. Just let me copy and paste it here so that nothing goes wrong. Yeah, now it is fine. So what we can do is, first of all, give us if we are, as we are working with the colors white and black, if we keep the background as white, it will be very hard to understand, even anticipate what is going on. So let us first change the body's background color. Okay, and for this, let us choose a color. I have already selected what color we should use. It is 1B 98 F5. Try to keep the color not too dark and not too light, because if we're going to too dark color we're going to use, then the black will not be properly visible, and if we try to use whitish color or very light color, then the white will not be anticipated. So we're going a basic color, and right now if we save it, we can see that the whole background color is changed. Right now we are going to do that in the container tag. We are trying to do some things like let us align the item in the middle, right? So what can we do? We can make the display to flex. We can justify content to center, as well as if you are wondering how I am autofilling this, you can just hit the tab. If there is M8 installed, or even the VS Code which I am using, it is very intelligent to suggest you these things, and if you hit the tab, it will just autofill it. Okay, so nothing fancy here. We can just go on like this, and justify content is in center, then align the items into the center. Okay, now what can we do? We let us direct the flex direction. Let us set the flex direction to column, so that everything is aligned from top to bottom. Flex direction column. Okay, these are the things. Now this will be the container or the outer container or the outer div. Now let us style the nothing fancy will be happening if we save like this. Nothing we can see like right now, but let us just work with the Neo class that we have declared. The Neo is the internal class, right? So what can we do? And even in the Neo, what we can do is we can set it height to 300 pixels. Let us keep it a squarish or perfect square. Width, what should be the W? I am spelling very wrong. The width also should be 300 pixels. Now what we can do is let us set a background color something, so that we can see what is going on. Background color, let us put it black right now. It will at least show what is going on. Yes, we can see that the Neo class or the div is showing up. Okay, we are not keeping this black color, but just to see what is going on, and we can say that it is stick to the top. Now let us put some margin, so that we can push it a bit down. So what we can do is not margin in the Neo class, we can put the margin here. Okay, in the container, outer container margin, let us say 20 pixels. Oh, wait, a bit too low, too little margin. Let us go with 120. It's acceptable, we can work with that. So let us go on and do the other things. We shall fix the Neo div's color also same to the background color, otherwise it will just look like something absurd is going on. So the color is also, let us copy it, because otherwise I am prone to make mistakes. Okay, the same color. If we save right now, the block is gone, because all the colors are basically same right now. Now the main part, what we are gonna do, we are gonna set box shadow, obviously, but in two manners. Okay, so that one shadow is from the top left corner, one shadow, not the white shadow, basically the light source will be in the top left corner. So what we can do is we can see that there is a box shadow. Let us set the x-axis to 3 pixels, y-axis to 3 pixels, -3. So the shadow will shift to left and then to top. Okay, and let us set the blur radius to 5 pixels, and also set the color to white, pure white, and the pure white is 6f in the hash, and the other shadow will be in the bottom right corner, the black one, right? So in this case we are going to use x-axis 3 pixel, y-axis 3 pixels, the blur radius let us just say 15 pixels, okay, and the color is 6 zeros, yes, that is the black. Now if we just hit save, now we can see that there are two kind of shadows, right? One is the white one. It is looking a bit harsh in the eye because we are just using the proper white and the proper black colors, but we are going to change it soon so that it looks a bit nice, okay. But here is the thing that the both shadows are showing up, and the neo div, this inside div is popping up quite well, right? So let us change some things. Let us experiment with these values, the color values, the border shadow pixel values a bit, okay. Now if you are familiar with RGB colors or RGBA colors, then you can know that RGBA colors also comes with the transparency, the alpha value within, but in the RGB color we can apply the alpha value which will define their transparency manually. So let us make the white color 90% visible, 10% transparent. You can say the color change in the hint, right? And if the font is too low, let me just increase the font a bit. Hope it is now visible quite well, and let me shrink this skin a bit. Yes, now here we are also gonna use 90, right? The alpha value is 90, so the transparency will be 10%. Now what can we do? If we were hitting save, we can see that the colors are a bit faded now, right? The colors are not as harsh to the eye as it was a couple of seconds or couple of minutes ago. Now let us also play with these pixels a bit, because the color or the white shadow and the black shadow is too much attached to the division. So let us take them a bit far. This is x-axis 6 pixels, y-axis 6 pixels, and the blur radius let us take it as 10, okay. If we save this, now it's looking nice, and the pointy corners of the division are also not looking nice. It is very bad looking. We are also gonna fix this, okay. So here also let us say 6 pixels in the x direction and the y-axis, and also the blur radius is 15 pixels, let it be. If we save it, now it is also looking nice, right? Now what can we do to get rid of the pointy corners? Let us set the border radius. Oh, whatever. I am typing some bizarre things right now. Border radius to be 30 pixels, I guess. Not 30, let us a bit more rounded and get it to 50 pixels, okay. Yes, now it is looking really nice, right? You can play with these values, the x-axis values, pixel values, the y-axis pixel values, the blur radius and all, but what we are trying to do is we are now trying to attach the logo inside this and in the center. So let us first introduce our logo inside the inner div or the neo div. What can we do? We can just use the image tag, hit tab, okay. The source is this test.jpg. this is the logo we are going to use. So what can we do? We can hit dot and slash. If you are familiar with Linux commands or Linux terminal, you can know that when we put the dot and slash, it represents the current directory in which this index.html file is. Currently we have only one directory, the folder one, the project level one, no other further division is there. So we can just hit dot slash and give the image name test.jpg, jpg, it is suggesting me. Quite nice. And alt, you can put just logo. Okay, now if we save, we can see that the logo is in the position where the division is starting at the top left corner. Now we have to do something, that we want also the things to be in the image or the logo to be in the center, right? So what we can do, we can make the display as flex. Okay, we can justify content center, align items center, obviously. And also what can we do, we can set the flex direction to be to the column wise direction. Now if we hit save, the logo is in the center as we have wanted. Wow, as we wanted. So now the image corners are also looking a bit pointy, right? So let us fix that. We can apply to the, as here is only one image, what we can do is we can directly access the image tag, and we can say border radius to be same as the radius of the this outer div or neo div, right? So 50 pixels, here also 50 pixels. Now if we save this, now it is looking really nice, right? You can see that it is working in such a way that the light source is in the top left corner. So this is the whitish shadow that is following the light source, and this is the blackish shadow that is due to the upliftment of the inner div. Okay, this is a effect. Now if we watch this thing, the whole process, that what we did, the div is looking like it is a bit up, or it is a bit higher than the body, right? Now if we want to do the opposite, right, that the division or the image is below than the body level. So what can we do? This is a very basic thing to do. We can use the inset. What it will do, it will just reverse the directions of the shadow and the box shadow properties. So if I just save, it will be just wonderful to watch what just happened. Yes, now you can see that it is following the same property. This is also showing that the light source is on the top left corner, so the white shadow is here, and the black shadow is here because of the light source coming from the top left corner. Okay, so this is the main fundamental thing to apply the neomorphism. You should always know where the light source is. If you don't know this, then you cannot select the values of the x-axis and the y-axis, right? So this is looking quite nice, I must say. I didn't hope that it will be looking this much cooler. So this is neomorphism, and if we just remove these insets, if we remove these inserts and save, it is almost looking like the MKBHD logo, right? Very similar. The color is a bit different, but it is almost looking like the same. And if we put the insets there and save it, it is going down or down below the body level. The image is going down, so it is also looking quite nice, I must say. So this is neomorphism, and you can apply it to showing images or some divs or something that you want to show in a cooler manner. Then you can use this thing, and it is a bit different from the regular box shadow. You can see by the, it is a very basic example or very easy example to understand, and you can apply this to wherever div or image or video element you like. So that's it for now, and we'll catch you in the next one. See you.